guys, Business Do here, and today I got a new controller, and it's actually really cool. It's a really good controller, and there's actually a really funny story behind. Well, not really funny story of how I broke my last controller, but I broke my last controller. I mean, I necessarily didn't break it. I had to get a new controller, so today I just got my new controller. Today it's Wednesday of the week, the past week of you guys seeing this video. So I got this controller Wednesday, and I'm making this video the day I got it because this controller can give me some luck in these matches, which it's not looking like so far. Maybe it will. But it's actually a really new Xbox One controller. Like, it was released like last month of this year. Okay, so the story behind how I broke my other controller. This controller always had, and I think I found out the reason why I'm not having good luck is because we're on shipment, and it is the worst map ever. Anyways, this controller was always a controller that it was working. The RB button broke. The RB button, the actual RB button came off. Oh, we won. I usually never win on this goddamn freaking map. Hey, I got last kill too. Maybe this controller is working. Excellent last kill. A trained monkey? Are you kidding me? There's another team. Oh my god. Phone, can you shut up? Good lord. I'm going to put this thing on vibrate. The actual RB button came off yesterday, the day that it happened, which it was Tuesday of this past week by the time you guys are seeing this video. It was Tuesday. I was playing For Honor. So if you've played For Honor, that you know that you press RB a lot because it's your light attack. If you're a person that doesn't play For Honor, in For Honor, you use RB and RT a lot because it's your heavy and light attack. So you mainly use light attack because you don't lose as much stamina. All light attacks are most of the time what people use. So this controller has been a controller that I found for it to be an unresponsive button on the controller for some reason. I don't know why it was unresponsive on this controller, but it just was. I use RB a lot, and you use RB a lot in a lot of games. So I played a lot of GTA, and I use RB in that, flying an airplane, and I just sometimes found it to be unresponsive. I don't know why. I have never thrown this controller in my life. I've tossed it on my table, maybe kind of hard a little times, but it's like it hits the back of the controller. It doesn't hit the RB button. Like, I wouldn't do that because I know the buttons would break. So I was playing For Honor, and I was pressing the RB button using my light attack, and then all of a sudden, I just threw a grenade on accident because I freaking pressed my RB button on my new controller. That's really close. I barely tapped RB on my new controller, and it legit just like threw the grenade. That's crazy. I started feeling the controller, like the RB button is starting to feel like it was loose, and I was like, maybe I'm just like, maybe it just feels like that, but it's really not. So I just kept playing, and all of a sudden, like, the end of the RB button came up, and it like stuck to my finger a little bit, and it like came up. I was like, oh no, dude, my RB button is broken. And eventually the whole button came off. I legit tried because I was in the middle of a match. I tried to find out a way to press the RB button but not have to have the button because the whole button came out eventually, and I could not find out how to get it back in. So I was trying to figure out how to get it back in, and it would not go. So I was like, guys, I'll be right back. So I went to my mom's room to see if she could fix it, and she got it back in eventually, but it was really hard. Like, you'd think that it'd be so easy to put a button back into a controller on the Xbox One, but it is not. Let me tell you, it is not. It's a really hard process to get that thing back in. To be honest with you, I do not know how my mom got it back in there, but I eventually got it put back in, and it was still loose. So I was like, oh man, dude, there's no way. So I was like, I was gonna play some more For Honor, but I decided not to because I don't know, I just didn't want to. I don't want to go watch some YouTube, so I did. So I just didn't play any more that night. It was just so stupid because I have never done anything to that controller for the RB button to break, and I just would not expect that thing to break. But I'm kind of happy it broke, but I'm mostly not happy that it broke because my mom had to spend like another like $50. Also, a funny story of how she got this controller. That my mom had to buy another controller for me, but this controller seems like it's a lot better. It's a very new controller. Like I said, it was like literally released last month. I'm kind of happy that it broke because the RB button was already really unresponsive. I mean, it worked fine, but I had to like sometimes press it hard. I guess since like I used RB a lot, that's the reason why the button came off, but I just did not expect it for the RB button, like the actual plastic thing, to come off. Like, it just blew my mind whenever that happened. I was so mad that it broke. And 3.5mm audio jack on the Xbox One controller. Legit, like, with my mic, I could spin the little port of my mic in the port of the controller, and it would do this stupid staticky noise. It's so bad. Like, there's a lot of things wrong with that controller. Like, I would, like, set the controller wrong way on my lap, or, like, while I'm just playing, and it would just, like, disconnect my mic, and I just needed a new controller from that. It was just so bad. But anyways, on to the story of how my mom actually got this controller. The night that this happened, I had already pretty much just, like, went AFK off of Xbox, so I was just watching YouTube, and I was like, I just started looking for a controller at Walmart. because we have a Walmart like right near where I live. It's like a few minutes away, like maybe 10 minutes away from my house. So I was like, maybe I'll just look at the controllers at Walmart and see if they have anything that I can get. I was just expecting to get like another black controller instead of another original wireless black Xbox One controller. I was looking at this controller online that I have right now that I'll show in a minute. I'll get to it in a second. I saw it online. It was like $50. It was like $50, like 96 cents or something like that. My mom, I was like, can you go to the store tomorrow whenever I'm at school and get me this controller? And she's like, yeah, I can do that. We agreed on getting that controller, and she got it for me today. But, okay, this is the funny part. So, okay, remember, the controller online is $50. So she went to the store today, the day that I'm making this video, which is Wednesday of this past week. She went to the store, she looked at the price. The controller was $65. $10 more than it was online. So what my mom did was she looked at the price, she was like, oh my god, no way I'm gonna get this controller. $10 more than what I can get it online and maybe have to wait a day or two. And she literally took out her phone, went on to the Walmart store. While she was in front of the controller, she went to the controller on the Walmart site. Dang, another last kill. Maybe I am having luck. Man, I should have been using Sniper Epic and hit another collab or hit a quad feed. But anyways, went to the Walmart website, went to the controller, bought the controller online. She looked at the price of it at the store, looked at the price of it online, and said, nope, I'm buying this online. So she bought it online right in front of the controller at Walmart. She left the store, waited 2 hours, and she went back to Walmart and got the controller for $10 less. And I just thought that was so funny. My mom was telling me that whenever I was coming home from school, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. And I was like so happy because of that. There's some vlog footage that I took that I'm gonna have of the new controller that I'm using and the broken controller. So here it is. So guys, this is my new controller that I got, the one that I talked about in this video. It's a really nice controller. It has these orange accents. It's like a military green kind of color. It's a really new version of the Xbox One controller. It also has this like grip right here. Like if you can hear me scratch on it. I don't know if that's grip or not, but it's like a kind of a hard surface on the back. And I think it's supposed to be grip, and I think that's really cool if that's what it's supposed to be. But it's a really new one. It has a 3.5mm thing. It has the adapter port as well. That's a really nice looking controller. It also has, if you don't know the colors of all the buttons, I'll explain this later in the video. It has the little circles of the colors of the buttons. So like green for A, blue for X, yellow for Y, and red for B. And that's really cool because like they made the buttons like a color to match like the whole controller so it wouldn't look stupid, because if the A, X, Y, and B, like the actual letters had the colors in them, it looked kind of stupid with the controller. So I think that's really cool how they put those circles there so you can still know the colors of the buttons even though they're not like colored on the actual letters. I think that's really cool. Here's my other controller, the one that is the broken one. So the thing that was broken about it was, like I said, the RB button right here. This button was the one that was broken. Literally, I was just playing For Honor, and this button started becoming loose, like I was playing like this, and the button just, like, it lift up like this, like, it just legit lifted up like this. Like, I was just playing, and it just lifted up whenever I, like, let off of the button, and it just came up, and it was already feeling really loose, and this came all the way off. I'm not going to take it off all again to show, but it legit, this whole button, this whole thing came off. As you can see, it's really easy to take it off. But my mom got it back on, and I guess I'm just going to keep it on there because I really don't want to try to get this thing back on because it is a pain to get this thing on. But this came off, that was what's wrong with it. And then this right here, like I said, whenever I would take this audio jack and I would plug it into this like that, into the port, and I'd spin it around like this, I'd spin this around like that, it would have a horrible staticky noise. That's what happened to my controller. See, it's freaking like, it just is so loose. Like I can do this and it just falls out like that. It's just really bad, and I really just need a new controller, and this thing is freaking awesome. I love it. It just looks really cool. It looks a lot different on the website, but it's a really good controller. It's a very new controller, so I just think it's a really cool design. It feels really good, so yeah. Yeah, that's what the controller looks like. Literally, the button came off, as you saw in there, as I described in there, in the little vlog footage, and that's what the controller looks like. I think it looks really awesome. Online, it doesn't look as good as it looks in real life, and it's really cool because it has like that rough surface on the back, like it's grip or something. I'm not too sure what it is, but it seems like to me that it's for grip, so that's really cool. My mom literally got it for $10 less, so that's freaking awesome. I'm so glad she did that. It's so cool. cool. But yeah, that's what my new controller looks like. Let me know and down in the comments below if you like my controller or not, because personally, I love it. Like, it's freaking awesome. And it's a Walmart exclusive controller, too. I usually never see Walmart exclusive things, not unless it's like it's made by Walmart or something. And it's really cool that they put, like, the 4 circles of the colors right where the buttons are. They put 4 little circles of the colors of the buttons of A, X, Y, and B. And I was like, that's pretty cool that they did that, just in case someone loved the design of the controller, but they didn't really know how to use the Xbox controller, and they needed to know the colors of the A, X, Y, and B. So that's really cool that they did that. But since I'm a very experienced Xbox player, and I already know the colors of all the buttons without having to look down at my controller to look and see what the colors are, I don't really care. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to join the Space Army, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!